1987. Two seventh grade girls were sitting on opposite ends of the room. Assignments for pairs of the speech and debate tournament were being handed out. Please don't put me with her, one of them said. Ugh, we'll do horrible if I'm put with her, the other said. Lo and behold, the two girls were signed as partners. Lo and behold, 14 years later and then 21 years later, they were bridesmaids at each other's wedding. She should have been ecstatic to participate in her friend's wedding. What a monumental occasion to watch her dear friend marry the man of her dreams. Yet all she cared about was counting down the hours until she could go home and be alone. Fellow Toastmasters, mental illness is no less debilitating than physical illness. On the website of NAMI, the National Association of Mental Illness, it says major depression is a mood state that goes well beyond temporarily feeling sad or blue. It is a serious medical illness that affects one's thoughts, feelings, behavior, mood, and physical health. Now, I want you to listen closely to these contrasting statements of how absurd the mental to physical comparisons sound. Yeah, I understand you're depressed, but at least you have to make an effort to feel better. Yeah, I understand you have cancer, broken leg, chicken pox, but at least you have to make an effort to feel better. Yeah, I am. Have you ever tried not being depressed? Have you ever tried not having the flu? I know you have bipolar disease, but you don't look sick. Just snap out of it. I know you have diabetes, but you don't look sick. Just snap out of it. Totally absurd. I wholeheartedly agree with this quote from acclaimed author William Styron in his brief and explicit book, Darkness Visible. He said, "The pain of severe depression is quite unimaginable to those who have not suffered it, and it kills in many instances because its anguish can no longer be borne." From the moment I woke up that morning, I couldn't wait for the wedding to be over so I could be home and be alone. I wasn't going to have a good time no matter how much I willed myself or put my mind to it. How fun it was supposed to be to get all dressed up, makeup and hair done, giggling with each other before the ceremonies. But no matter how beautiful I looked, underneath I felt nothing. According to NAMI, each year depression affects 5 to 8% of the adults in the United States, which means about 25 million Americans will have an episode of major depression this year alone, but only half will receive treatment. Without treatment, the frequency and severity of these symptoms increases over time. Just recently, I decided that all of the positive aspects of my being were gone. My kindness, empathy, reliability is just not there anymore. Things change and I'm no longer capable. This bubble or balloon enveloped me, and no matter how much I poked from the inside, I couldn't get it to pop. I was there for good. I didn't sign up for this past weekend's Toastmasters Leadership Institute. I postponed my high performance leadership event at the library, and I told my committee that the HBL project was off. Yet slowly, incrementally, I started feeling better. At the last moment, I went to the TLI event. I contacted the librarian to reschedule the HBL project, and I signed up for 2 speeches at this virtual Imagination Toastmasters meeting. And at the May 2020 Spring Conference, I will be at that ceremony when the newly minted Distinguished Toastmasters are crowned. In conclusion, if someone you know is suffering from mental health issues, reach out in a non judgmental way. Don't be critical, and most importantly, let them know you're available to listen. And a message I would give to someone who is suffering: you are not alone. Open up, seek treatment, let people in. Mental illness is not something to be ashamed of. Help is available. Your life is worth it. Mr. Toastmaster.